Hey there, welcome back. So today we will check yet another very important concept of object-oriented programming, which is polymorphism. And if we check the word, polymorphism is built up using two subwords. These words are poly and morphism. Poly means multiple, whereas morphism means forms. As a result, we can also call polymorphism as multiple forms. As the name suggests, polymorphism helps us to provide multiple forms for an object. Now, what exactly is polymorphism? Polymorphism is also known as laid binding, and the concept of polymorphism lies between that dynamically we can bind some specific entities based on the situation. So now this exact definition won't make that much of sense to you as if now. So let's get started and let's exactly check polymorphism in action so that the concept would be more cleaner. Alright, so for doing so, first of all, we would be adding a new class. The name of the class would be, for example, hello, and this class would be containing our main method, and the package would be like org.studyeasy. So this is the usual stuff. Let me click on finish. Alright, so now we have this hello.java file. Now moving forward, we would be creating a yet another class. Now the name of the class would be phone. Alright, and the package would be, for example, org.studyeasy.phone, and this particular class will not contain the main method. Alright, so now we have two classes. One is hello, where we have the main method, and second one is phone, where we do not have any main method. Alright, so let's get started and let's create some property. So the property would be a private property. It would be, for example, string, and the name of the property would be model. So this is cool. Now let us create a default constructor in here. In fact, it won't be a default constructor, it would be a parameterized constructor based on this model. So this is again a good thing. We don't require super method because we are not extending anything. Alright, so this is cool. So now we have this property and the constructor based on property. Let us also add a yet another method. This method would be again a public method. This won't return anything, and the name of the method would be like features, in fact. So in this method, we will simply display one very simple message that the specific phone is a feature phone. What is a feature phone? A feature phone is a basic phone with limited internet options and listening to music capability. That's it. No smart features. So we will give the default message as feature phone. So this is cool once again. Alright, so moving forward in our hello.java file, let us create an object of this particular feature phone, and let us add a getter method for this model as well. That will give us a better understanding. Alright, so this is again good thing. Now let us create an object of phone. So I will type in phone equals new phone, and the model would be, for example, Nokia 3310. So this is cool. And now if we try to print the model, what would be the output? Let me show you. Phone dot get model and phone dot features. Now features print the information directly, but get model will return a string. So as a result, we need to type in or call this particular method in between a sysout statement in order to get the output. Alright, so this is good. Nokia 3310 and a feature phone, which is perfect. Alright, so now let's create a yet another class. Now friends, polymorphism is something which is closely related to inheritance. So we will also take help of inheritance in here. Alright, so the name of this class would be, for example, Samsung Note 8, which is the current release by Samsung. Alright, so let us click on finish, and this will extend phone. Alright, so this is cool, and we must define a constructor, right? So let us click on this particular link and let's create a constructor for this. So now we also have a constructor, and inside this constructor we are simply passing in the information to the constructor to our super method. So the information which we pass in the constructor, which will be directly passed to this constructor to our class phone. So this is again a cool stuff. Now moving forward, we will add in a yet another property. So this would be a public property, public string model. Oops, in here there is a typo. In fact, this needs to be like in a lower case. We somehow missed the naming convention, which is not a good thing. And in here we need to type in this dot model equals model. Now things are fixed. Likewise, let us create a getter method and a feature method. So let us create the getter method first. In here, the sequence of getter method doesn't matters. It could be anywhere in the class. And then let us create a method feature. So this would be a public method, public void features, and in here we will type in a very simple message, Android flagship. Alright, so this is cool. Now moving forward, in here we can create an object of Samsung Note 8, right? So we will type in Samsung Note 8 equals new Samsung Note 8, and we will pass in the model as Note 8. Likewise, we can print information, and we can type in Note 8 dot get model, and we can also try to print the features. Here we go. So till now there is no rocket science. This is plain old Java programming. And in here we are getting a message null. There might be some kind of issue. Let me check. Alright, so we are receiving model, but we are receiving model directly from here, but we are setting the value inside our parent class, which is not good. We need not to require to add a getter for model, because we are dealing with the model in our phone.java file. So now this should work. Here we go. So this is cool, and how we are like making use of inheritance in order to deal with model, and how we are displaying information. So till now, no rocket science. Let me get rid of all of these code. Now moving forward, I will create a object of phone. Now imagine Note 8 is a phone. Whenever we talk about inheritance, the relationship is a relationship. Samsung Note 8 is a phone, right? Samsung Note 8 extends phone. Phone is the parent class. Samsung Note 8 is a child class. So in here, moving forward, we will say phone Note 8 equals new. Now here is the magic. In here we won't make use of constructor of phone, rather we will make use of constructor of Samsung Note 8, and we will send in the model as Note 8. Now friends, whenever there is a relationship, then these kind of scenario or this kind of coding is possible, because phone is a parent class. Samsung Note 8 is a phone. So definitely we can say that Samsung Note is a phone, and we can also type in phone Note 8 equals to Samsung Note 8, which is perfectly all right. Now in here I can say Note 8 dot get model. Again, we need to type in this in between sysout statement. So type in sysout and hit Ctrl plus space for autocomplete, and move this particular statement inside sysout, which is cool. And then we will type in, for example, Note 8 once again, and we will call in the features method. So till now, again, there is no rocket science, and we are like working properly. So this is cool. Now friends, imagine a scenario when we have a features method in here which is perfect, and in here we have this particular method features. So we have two versions of features in the object which is there in phone. This note 8 is an object of a phone, right? And we have initialized using the constructor of note 8. So this particular object contains two versions of this method features. So understand this, and based on scenario, this is like choosing the correct version of features method, and it is displaying the proper output. Now let's create a yet another class. Now this class would be like Nokia 3310. Everything looks good to me. Alright, so let's click on finish, and this will also extend phone, and let us add the constructor. This is also cool. Now in here there is no additional features in here, so we will skip adding the features method. Alright, so in here we only have the constructor, nothing else, no property, no features method. Let us navigate to hello.java, and in here we will type in phone Nokia 3310 equals new Nokia 3310, and we will pass in the model as Nokia 3310. This is cool. And now moving forward, let me show you the magic. In here, for example, I type in Nokia 3310 dot oops, what's going wrong, man? Let me bring the cursor to the correct position. Get model, and let me bring inside the system.out.println statement. Alright, and then finally in here we will type in Nokia 3310 dot. Now again in here we are getting this option of calling the features method. Now imagine that there is no features method inside our Nokia 3310 class. So how this is possible? This is possible because of polymorphism, because this object contains multiple forms of this features method, and based on the requirement the features method would be selected and called. So in here, as there is no features method and there is no ambiguity, so as a result the features method from the parent class, the phone class, would be called automatically, and as a result we can easily see the change that now even though there is no features method inside 3310 class, again the output is perfect and there is no complaint by Java related to absence of features method inside class Nokia 3310. So this is the application of polymorphism, and this is how we can implement polymorphism. So this was a very basic example, and we will again check a yet another scenario related to polymorphism in our next video. Hope you guys understood the point how smartly the call to this features method got shifted from parent class to child class and child class to parent class for these two cases. So this is all about polymorphism, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care and have a nice day.